Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have a pretty kind of cool / intriguing thing to go talk about that the PlayStation now has on sale. As you guys probably have had a chance to go and see, we've covered this on a few videos and topics, and it's on a wide scale, a crazy thing that Sony did in the investment into VR. So right now, we're actually now seeing that the PlayStation VR2 is at the lowest price we've ever had a chance to go and see. And this price point is astronomically low, to the point where if this was actually launched at this price point right this second, it probably would have been an absolute massive success. But sometimes things happen a little bit too late, and I'm going to talk about the fact that the PlayStation VR is on the cheapest price point, and as well also one of the still better products out there that many people do actually recommend. But with a catch. So let's go talk about this. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We do actually have the PlayStation VR2 link in all of our video descriptions if you guys do decide to pick one up. And of course, we also have a bunch of cool Target links for all the holiday sales going on for them, linked down below if you guys do like to check those on out. Technically hashtag ads. And we have the Twitter and Twitch down below. And give me your thoughts and comments on this. So the main thing I want to ask you guys, and this is a big one, is the price good enough for you? And that's going to be the topic of this video. So first and foremost, kind of just like going straight to it, the PlayStation VR2 has not sold incredibly well. And with that, a lot of big retailers are putting a massive limited time deal, it even says on Amazon, for the PlayStation VR2. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's like just me being like, I feel like I have to be. This is a really good price. Like, very good price. The original listing price was $550, and of course the PlayStation VR2 tech is actually very good. Like, a lot of people have said it's been probably one of the better specs. The OLED screens are very nice. The actual like integral PlayStation tech inside of it, such as like the room, like horoscoping, etc., is dope. And one of the biggest things to mention is that the PlayStation VR2 will be coming to PC in the coming weeks. So not like years away, it is now confirmed and coming soon. And I would say right this second, for $350, it's pretty good. Like, if you guys are intrigued on VR, there are a few issues with it, small ones, but like, I'll be honest with you guys, this is a pretty good price. And as well, the price point for it, if they would have launched this price point, I would have probably bought this day one, because for an extra bonus fun thing, $550, which was more money than the PlayStation, and a lot of people critiqued it for it, that was just too much. I just end all be all. And this is why I'm asking, do you guys think it's cheap enough right now? Like I said, I have my Amazon link down below if you guys want to check that out. If you guys don't want to, there is a few catches, so I understand, but it's intriguing to go and see nonetheless. So we're now seeing huge reports of this, where this PlayStation VR2 was hit with this major $200 price cut. And this is in regards now to everything. Like everything. Walmart, Amazon, Best Buy, Target, GameStop, and all these other various huge reputable retailers now have this on a huge sale point. So it's 37% off. As you can also buy the PlayStation VR bundle with Call of the Mountain, although like I didn't really hear almost anything really talked about on that game. And I think the big issue is because I think they just have such a massive backlog for all of this. Like, they basically stopped production because it just was not selling. It was a, in theory, commercial flop by PlayStation. And I gotta be honest, it kind of was. Now, I still think the tech behind it's cool. I think the idea behind it's cool. And at this point, for $350, like, I'm not sponsored by Sony or PlayStation to be like, oh, you should go buy one. I may get a small kickback if you press on the Amazon link and, you know, you buy it. Yeah. But like, I'll be honest, like, I'm actually very tempted to buy one. I like VR. I have a Vive headset. I've done VR chat even this past week. Like, I was a cat twerking. Like, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, VR chat can get wild if you're bored and don't mind a little bit of the degeneracy over there. But like, it's cool. Like, VR is a cool vibe. How I get it? Sorry. Sorry. But at the end of the day, like, it is good hardware and it's nice. And they did go and, well, not do good. Like, they just stopped making them because they had probably hundreds of thousands of them. They're coming off the PlayStation 5 and Xbox hype of the pandemic, and they probably assumed that they were going to make more. And apparently they've made over 2 million PlayStation VR units, and some of the last numbers I think I was looking at have been low. Like even on the article itself, which we've never had it publicly reported, saying the PSVR2 headset launched in February of 2023, and then May of that year, it was reported to have moved 600,000 units. Apparently, what I've heard is roughly maybe around the 1.2 to 1.3 total units sold. I am not sure if that's true or not. But I've heard like through the grapevine, as I mentioned, Sony has never fully confirmed it themselves. So if those numbers are roughly true, and they're saying they've been made more than 2 million PSVR2 units, in theory, there's probably hundreds of thousands, unironically, sitting in these random facilities like Amazon warehouses, Walmart storehouses, whatever. And they've been trying to move them a little bit, especially with the PC support as well. But you also have to spend $60 on the PC support, so keep that in mind. But like, that means that there's probably hundreds of thousands of consoles sitting around. And they need to move this stuff because it does cost money, like things like Amazon or Walmart or even PlayStation themselves in their own warehouses. It takes up space, it costs money, and sometimes you're even charged money, depending on the retailer, for the holding onto your product. So at a certain point, actually owning all of this hardware is costing them money on top of the lost money they never made back from the hardware itself. And this is why it's a little bit sad, because people who have had the PlayStation VR have been a little bit sad about the long-term potential support of it, because some of the companies have shut down or not seen major new games coming out, like God of War VR or stuff like that. We had Horizon, but that was a day one title. And of course, like, people are just concerned that what if they buy it, it doesn't last forever. But that's why I say that $350 is actually pretty solid. Like, even looking through some of the, like, the Reddits or whatever, some people are like, hey man, this is actually enticing with a lot of upvotes over here. Like, people are curious on this. For real, I know it doesn't have that much support, but for $200, I'll buy a new one. And like, some people are saying like, yeah, there's a lot of support. This is like ongoing as we speak, 23 minutes ago. They're saying they're basically putting PSVR2 games into PS Plus, which is great. So if you have a PlayStation console, and I can attest, I've seen this, that means you're just maybe getting free games to kind of get that little push, nudge into buying it. And $300 is a good price. Like, I'll be honest. And also the VR2 also apparently dominated the 2023 awards. They had all these crazy games like Metro, Behemoth, Wonder, Alien, etc. And there's still issues though, because some of those games like were not fully ported over or had to be rebought from PlayStation VR 1. And as well, not every Steam game may not be working currently, but it may be moving to the PC adapter. And as well, they haven't really marketed a lot of these big games that might be in the works or even kind of leaked it, so people are just apprehensive. So if we're looking at more of an optimistic run, it should hopefully be chill. And people even comparing to other VR headsets that are like $1,000. But look, like, people are like, just picked it up. Circuit to Spy, here I come. It's a phenomenal price. And here's even just like the big list they had over here too for a lot of these various games out there, like Gran Turismo, No Man's Sky, which is getting a huge media resurgence, Resident Evil, like Horizon Call of the Mountain, Pavlov, you have Walking Dead chapters, you have Mini Golf, which is kind of goofy, but yeah, Arizona Sunshine, which a lot of people have mentioned is really cool, and a lot of other various games, even some horror games like Madison, that now are available, or even VR Escape. Vampire the Masquerade. Like, a lot of these games are relatively popular games, and if you guys have never heard of them, like, sometimes they're cool to check out. Like, they're fun. You can do things like Among Us VR. Like, there are options out there. And obviously not every game's gonna be the craziest one, but the big caveat really is the PC converter. And some other VR headsets with as high of specs the PlayStation VR, which is usually like the best selling point of it, you can get better specs, better internals, an OLED screen, and basically huge resolution for way cheaper in comparison to other VR products. To the point where putting this on PC might be a massive win. Like, this might be a very rare price cut. I still think though, they realized that the selling wasn't good. They're not making production, and until they start making more production, we're going to be concerned on the longevity of it. But people are like, wow, that's pretty beefy. Yeah, you get the $60 support. Insane a deal. This guy even picked it up on Amazon too. UK also has major discounts as well. So it seems like a big marketing push regardless. And even some people are saying, hey man, doing full price, I enjoyed it still. So I would say this actually might be a resurgence or the PSVR2, because at $350, that's a very good price point. That's very, very good. So I have the link for the Amazon down below. If you guys are interested, I'm actually pretty tempted myself. And of course, we also have all the Target links we've been mentioning for their summer sales, hashtag ad for those. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below in case you guys like to follow. Subscribe if you guys are new, and let me know if you guys think it's maybe worth it or not. Let me know.